Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I've just got a few things to pot on in the greenhouse. Lots of little seedlings I need to prick out, the marigolds, tomatoes and some other bits and bobs. And then after we've done that, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the veg garden. As you can see, it's starting to grow now, everything's got really overgrown. There's Jasper Cat guarding one of my trees. So anyway, stay tuned, get back to you in a sec and we'll make a start. Okay, so these are the marigolds grown from saved seeds, and I'm just going to prick some of them out and put them into our own little individual pots. So it's quite simple, just take a plant label or something and just try and get under the root and gently pry them up. And sometimes the roots can be pretty tangled at the bottom, but it doesn't matter if you break a few roots. So there's one. And then I'll just take a little pot, put some compost in it, and we'll pop the seedling in there. So they won't be in these pots too long, but they should start growing really fast now that they're in their own little pots. So that's one done. So I'll go ahead and get the rest of these done. Okay, so that's 12 of them marigolds potted up. There's still loads more in there, so now what I'll do is give them a good old water, set all the compost around the roots. And then I'll go and put on a few more. There's probably about another 20 or so in that tray. Might not keep all of them, but we'll see. Right, so that's the marigolds all potted up, pricked out. So I've got 12, 21, plus another 12, 33, and there's still 15 left. So I might just bug them all somewhere or get rid of them. But that's the marigolds ready to go. So the bigger ones are over this end, and then gradually, as I worked my way along, started pricking out the smaller ones. But then they'll catch up. A couple of weeks time, you won't be able to tell the difference. So that's that. Oh, I've also potted on my tomatoes. These are the ones that we started on the paper towel. The paper towel method. So if you want to check that video out, it's a few videos back now. That's them ones. And we've got the peas, they're still going. I need to plant them out soon. I've just topped up the compost with some nice fresh compost. Just give them a bit more nutrients for now until I'm ready to plant them out. And these are the Japanese maple seedlings. I'm doing a video on them separately, but I've just potted all them up as well. And all the silver birches are in full leaf now. See, they've even got some seeds on them, or flowers. Catkins, I think they're called. And everything else in here is still going. Some of the seeds and stuff failed, so I've got rid of them. I'm going to plant a load more seeds soon, so it's not to worry. So I'll just take you outside quick and show you how the onions and garlic and stuff's doing. Okay, so this is the state of the veg garden at the moment. Really need to cut this grass, but it's not doing any harm. Lots of flowers have come up for the bees, so dandelions and stuff. So I'll start over this end and just give you a real quick look at how things are doing now that we're in May. So there's loads of strawberries in there the cat's treading on at the moment. Starting to get some flowers on them. And the elephant garlic in there. It's growing away nicely. More strawberries in that bit. The cat's squishing. And the leeks that is also squishing. So I've got 2 little rows of leeks there, followed by 2 rows of onions. These are the presto in amongst the weeds and stuff. And there's some red onions there, 2 rows along there. And there's a random potato plant popping up in the middle there. And that's it for this bed, other than all these weeds and potatoes popping up everywhere. These are potatoes. That's a potato. That's a potato. That's a potato. That's a potato. Oh, I don't really need planting potatoes this year. That's potato. 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 And that's that foxglove I put in there. It's got huge. And the wineberry. Loads of other things. You can see the primrose in there, which is still doing well. Everything's just got really overgrown in the last few weeks. Another foxglove over there. Nothing in this one yet except for some weeds. And that's the thornless blackberry. And the rhubarb. Rhubarb's done alright this year. I'm not going to harvest any this year. I'm going to let it grow, let it strengthen. There's nothing in the cold frame yet. There probably won't be. Over here, these 3 rows up to that stake are garlic. The store-bought garlic that we planted. Seems to be doing well. A little oak tree come up in there. No signs from any of the marigolds or lupins I've chucked the seeds in. But they might come up. It's just full of weeds at the moment. Trying to balance along this plank. This was some more red onions in this bit. They're doing well. All of them come up, I think. That's that. Okay guys, so sorry about that. My phone's storage filled up. So we were over there near the raspberry. That's doing well. And this whole side of the bed is just onions. These are white onions. They're all doing really well. We've grown loads in the past couple of weeks. All this warm weather we've been having. And we haven't had any frost for a little while now. So everything's growing like mad. All the trees down here doing really well. I'll keep them to separate videos. And all the fruit trees and fruit bushes doing well. That's the pear tree there. There was a few flowers on it. I'm not sure if they're going to turn into pears or not. Nope, that one just fell off. But it's only the second year I've had that, so as long as it's still looking healthy, I don't expect any fruit on it just yet. That's my apple tree, Lord Lambourne. Loads of flowers on that. Again, I've only had that a year, so I don't expect them all to set. Might be lucky and get a couple. And the cherry tree there did have a few flowers again, but I think most of them have fell off. It's not looking too great, but hopefully it'll be alright. No, that's the plum tree, sorry. So that's a new addition one. That's the cherry tree. And that does have a fair few flowers on. So hopefully they'll set fruit. And we might get a handful of cherries. And the kiwi vines. Just starting to get leaves on it. These leaves get really big. And my grapevine, or one of my grapevines, the leaves are just starting to come out on this. And my main raspberry canes. Plenty of flowers on these. So we should get some nice raspberries again. Currant bushes, we've got so many currants this year. Oh, look at all them. So I've just got to try and beat the birds to them this year. That's one of my currant bushes. Well, that one there's a gooseberry bush. Plenty of little gooseberries on there. So with these it's just trying to beat the birds to them. But I'm not too bothered if the birds get most of them. That's my other currant bush. Loads of flowers and berries waiting to form. And along the front here is another grapevine. Just starting to come to leaf as well. And the goji berry. I pruned this back quite hard because it was getting really tall. Another grapevine there. This was the big one which I got from my parents. It seems to have survived. And it's got some leaves coming out on it. 2 fig trees there, no signs of life yet from them. They're normally quite late out. Although we did go down South England and theirs are in full leaf with fruit developing, but as you can see the buds have only just started on these. I've got one leaf there just waiting to come out, so they're not dead. And last but not least along here is my new blueberry bush which I got last year, which is looking quite healthy. Haven't seen any flowers on it yet, but it was a tiny little thing last year, so it'll take a year or two to get any fruit on it. Everything else is doing well. Just show you my Japanese maples and bonsais that I've got along here. They're all in full leaf now. These are some of the seed grown ones. The weight of the water's pulling it down. And that's the silver birch clump. There's 5 trees in there, wrapped together. Silver and red birch, as you can see. Well, that one's different. That one might be. So hopefully they're a mixture. Well, that's a little hazelnut bonsai that I made. I'm not sure if I did a video on that. Don't think I did. So that looks like it's survived. And my little oak tree, which we did the drastic bends in, survived, and the leaves are just starting to come out on that. And the rest of this lot is just Japanese maples again. Lots of them grown from seed, and various bits of wire put on them to make them into unique shapes. Some of these ones are bought from the shop, different varieties. Well, that's the only one that's died, I think. It did come into leaf, and then something's ripped all the bark off around here, so that's the one fatality this year, which is not bad. So everything's looking good. Got to get some more seeds in soon. Got to plant my potatoes still, but there's no rush. So I just thought I'd give you a real quick look at these trees. Even though today's video is not really about the trees. They're all doing really well. All the leaves are starting to come out now. Jasper's still there guarding them. That big old stump there. It's got some leaves coming out this side if Jasper doesn't knock them off with his tail. And the herb planter, still haven't sorted that out, but everything's growing in there. See, that mint's just taken over the whole thing. So that was a mistake planting that. I only planted it down that end, and it's spread its way across here. And just some strawberry plants that I've been selling and giving away there, some spare ones. Okay everyone, so just a quick little tour today and potting up some things. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for watching. It's a nice peaceful day. It was raining, but it's dry at the moment. So anyway, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Hope you all have a great week.